Let's see if
I
my
got
camera
a
decided
I got
to
a
work.
new candy.
Colin the Caterpillar sour gummy candy.
I look fucking horrifying in this lighting, by the way. I have to leave the noir zone eventually.
Are we ready? Are you ready to rock and roll?
Eleanor,
I was born ready.
speak your shit.
I've seen them come, I've watched them go, watched them rise, witnessed it and watched them blow. Watched them all blossom and watched them grow. Watched the lawsuits when they lost their
Hello, and welcome to Who Watches the Detectives, a weekly podcast which is unlike any other on the internet.
Especially not with last week's episode.
It actually might be like others. I'm not really sure
I can think
anymore,
of at least one.
but that's not relevant to today.
My name is Eleanor,
It's always relevant.
I am Summer.
I'm great.
and we are on a journey to watch the 2007 romantic comedy directed by Paul Soter, Watching the Detectives 100 times.
Directed and written, question mark?
Potentially?
I'm pretty sure he wrote it. You'd think we'd know by now.
Today is episode 19. We're one away to being a fifth of the way through.
oh.
How are we feeling?
Baby size, baby size.
Oh, we have to, yes, of course. We don't want to miss out.
Oh yeah.
Baby.
How
baby
big-
size
Our
by
Watching the
week.
Detectives. Our podcast baby is 19 weeks old, which
19
means
weeks.
it is. I'm gonna guess it's the size of. It was a pomegranate last week.
I gotta get I have to find the same one so I'm consistent.
Is it just a bigger pomegranate?
I'm going to say he's apple-sized.
I feel like an apple is kind of smaller than a pomegranate.
An apple
You
isn't
would
on
think.
this list. I think an apple is in between a navel orange and a palm.
Wow.
This is the same chart this is from the Australian, this is pregnancy-birthbaby.org.au.
That's a great domain.
I feel like it's just a second bigger pomegranate.
It's a grapefruit.
Oh,
that's big.
A little
is
sour.
big.
That's big.
Podcast baby growing.
It's starting to show a little bit.
Okay.
What happens post 40 weeks?
Yeah, no, it's at a certain point, the baby
We have to
should be
give
born.
birth.
Well, that's when we invite the baby as our fourth host.
Oh, you're so right. And then the second baby starts to come into the picture.
What the fuck is wrong
Exactly.
I don't know. It's a good question.
with us?
What if we have twins, you guys? It is
We're
genetic.
not having twins. We're
It's
not having
genetic. What if I
twins.
passed it down to you?
Genetics brings in a whole other conversation.
I think we should limit our conversation to our experiences with the 19th viewing.
I gave it 1 star today on account of the all-consuming agony and despair I felt while watching the movie.
Of course. Grace, you gave it 2 stars, I believe?
Yeah, which is I think two stars is the new 3 stars.
This does
know.
not bode well.
The last I had over a 3-star, I think, was Salacious 17.
I believe so, yes.
And I also said that was the 82nd watch.
Yes,
So-
so...
I wish.
I think in another 19 weeks, 1 star will
We'll
be
go-
the new 3-star, and
And
I
what-
don't
we'll
know.
see.
I don't know where we'll go from there.
Yeah, and I need to elaborate. I don't think it's a bad movie. I'm still not there.
No, it's not
No, I
about.
don't think the movie's bad, but I'm not having a good time anymore.
Again, yeah, the review has stopped being about the movie itself.
We should have watched it together.
It's now about the experience of watching it for the 19th time.
It's like when you go to a movie theater, you're gonna kind of intrinsically rate it higher because of the experience of being at a theater.
Right, this is like the exact
This
opposite.
is the anti-theater.
the anti-movie
The
theater.
anti-buttered popcorn and crisp cold soda.
I wonder if I got popcorn, if
Oh.
how that would improve the experience.
We should consider snacking.
I'm having thoughts. I'm
$20
having thoughts.
DoorDash
proud of you, Grace.
movie theater
$20.
popcorn.
Thank you. I'm having thoughts, you guys. I have an inflatable movie screen for my backyard.
Oh!
And I have a
my God.
projector.
I still think we should try to record an episode outside.
I have a little portable DVD player, but I don't have a DVD.
All we have
so-
to do is move the mic outside.
Because we just pick up.
Yeah, but it's
go
like
outside.
it's like clamped onto my desk.
But you
it's
could
a
just
whole thing.
you could just remove the mic from the stand.
We'll figure it out.
Yes, I suppose. I could just hold the
So
microphone.
yeah, see if holding it is super noisy or not.
I did not watch outside this week, but I
Neither did I.
watched and then I went outside.
Almost the same
Oh
thing.
my god, it was so nice. It was so like I don't know if it's because I went through like I'm going like it was post torture. So I was like, oh my god, nature.
Oh,
But I sat
grass.
outside. I sat outside and I played Tomodachi Life for a couple hours.
Oh, how
Aw.
delightful.
It was so serene. It was so peaceful.
I watched this episode with the AC off, my window open, and I was under a sheet, and I was very sweaty,
Ew.
and I'm gonna be honest, I was lulling in and out of sleep at times.
That sounds wonderful though, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man, it made the movie watching experience delightful. I was listening to this movie, and I was imagining or attempting to imagine in my head, because I've seen this movie
Yeah.
19 times now, 18 when I was watching it. I know what's happened. I can hear the movie and see it in my head. Not see it. I can't see.
Am I up to 30 now?
I think so. You're up there, man.
I gotta be getting pretty damn close.
There's no way you watched it 11 times before the podcast started.
I mean, it was
I'm at
close.
26. I'm at 26 right now. No, it was 14, I believe, before the podcast started.
This is impossible.
If I'm
No.
we can look.
Because this is week 19.
Unless you missed a bunch of ratings.
This is week 19. You've seen it 26 times. 26 minus 19 is, for the geniuses at home, 7.
7. I'm making the 6, 7 hands.
Very good. Is there anything we want to get to?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just gonna
Yeah, no, you
bulldoze
go.
over you.
Go
Fuck
ahead.
Fine.
you.
Fuck me,
No,
I guess.
I have stuff I want to get to, but please
Well,
take
this
the
is
lead.
housekeeping, and it's really important, actually. So, as per our last episode, you mentioned that we needed, weekly recurring discussions, and the topic that you proposed was the lyrics to the song "Slow Parade" that plays in the bar scene.
Absolutely.
I've been so excited since you brought this up. I want to know what you're just. Sorry, not to interrupt you. I've been thinking about this since you said.
And by the way, I'm still on Team Minotaur's horse head.
You can be on Team Wrong.
But this is not what this is about. Because I paid very close attention to the scene, and then I also pulled it up on Apple Music and played it. It's
Sponsored.
about the 3-minute mark. The second line is absolutely not talking to the alcohol.
What is it
It's
then?
talking to the outlaw.
There's not enough syllables.
Talking to the outlaw.
I can see that. I can see that.
Da, da, da. But it's clearly 3 syllables.
Outlaw.
Yeah, no, that's a stretch.
I'll have to listen to it again.
I listened to it like 5 times. It's
What
outlaw.
were we watching and Band of Horses showed up? Was it Criminal Minds?
Yes, we were watching
Yes.
Criminal Minds and Band of Horses showed up.
We
But this
lost
is
our
but this
minds.
is not Band of Horses.
No. I was just thinking about that. I'm sorry. We can tell that anecdote later. I was just thinking about it.
It's talking to the outlaw.
Okay.
And I want everybody,
The miniature
So-
horses talking to the outlaw.
because outlaws are like cowboys, and cowboys ride horses.
White horses.
So now you're on my side.
No, it's still Horsehead.
You guys can't see, I'm shaking my head.
I can see. Oh, you mean the audience? Yeah.
Yeah, not you.
I'm
I'm
like,
not
no, I'm
talking to
looking
you.
right at you. I'm like,
I'm gonna construct
right
an
at you.
email so professional, and I'm gonna email the band Cosmopolis.
They
and
have
I'm
a
gonna say,
Facebook
hey,
page. I
Oh,
was
just message them on Facebook.
we should message them on Facebook.
Hey, girl.
I will message them on Facebook, and I'll say, hey, babe, do you have the lyrics to your approximately 2003 song "Slow
Well, they were just
20-year-old.
talking about I was looking at their Facebook page. They were talking about the release. I mean, I think it was last year, and they were talking about I think one of the band members passed away.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, no, we should reach out. I have
Come on.
another piece I want to touch on. I think we might be a step closer to figuring out the K of M mystery.
ooh, oh, this is exciting. This is a thread from a while back.
I was on TikTok and I was watching a video, and they were talking about what's in the Pulp Fiction briefcase, and everybody was talking, and in the comments
put my seatbelt on.
Every single comment was talking about it's the Maltese Falcon.
I
I
brought
said-
up the Maltese Falcon.
I was like, what the fuck is the Maltese Falcon? And I looked
You
it
don't
up.
know the Maltese Falcon?
And I don't know if it's because this is a stone. I'm gonna put it up on the
Yeah.
screen. This is a stone
that's why-
statue of a falcon. And
That's why I never brought it up in like our discussion, because it's very clearly not the Maltese Falcon.
but it
It's not.
That's the closest approximation.
it's a Humphrey Bogart film.
Yeah.
It's like
Hump.
it's like famous. And if they're
Yeah.
gonna reference
Yeah.
a falcon, maybe it's the Maltese Falcon. I need to see this movie and see
It's
if
a noir.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
it's like a noir detective. Like
yeah.
so, I need to see it, and then I'll see if K of M factors or the Iron Cross factors in it all. But I
I'll
think
watch it and
I'm so sorry if you brought this up.
no, I never. The first time we had the conversation about the Falcon, I was thinking of the Maltese Falcon, but I don't think I ever said it
You might have
because the Maltese Falcon is a statue.
right, but it's like
So I was like, that's like the only thing that I could possibly think that it is. But the fact that they're like completely two different objects, like
Mhm.
the Falcon in his office is so specific.
right,
It's
And,
like
like,
a
the Maltese-
taxidermied hawk.
right.
Yeah, and the Maltese Falcon is like very famous, like really well known.
Yeah,
So I was like, I don't want to
we.
cross those streams.
This is another thing.
but I think we need to.
that we need to first off we need to watch the Maltese Falcon, and the second
And
thing
then-
is we need to talk to Paul about this.
We need to go to. We need to go back. To
We gotta
Paul.
reach out to
We
Paul
need
again
to
and ask him
go to the altar.
what the hell is this falcon.
He's been
That'll
pretty
be-
absent on Twitter lately.
He just tweeted the other day. I got a notification.
Well, fuck
Like
me, I guess.
it literally, because you know how
I'm
on
just gonna
Twitter-
go. I'm just gonna leave. Bye.
Like, no, it's actually crazy. I literally like I might even still have the notification because I don't clear my notice. Hold on.
Oh my fucking god.
They're
Could
gonna
not be
fire
more
me.
perfect.
You guys are gonna
Could
fucking
not be
fire
more
me.
perfect.
No, because hold on. I don't ever
I
clear
want everybody at home to be really proud because Grace is on the fucking ball today. This Grace is in rare form.
I'm gonna be let go from
I
Who
took my
Watches
supplements.
Studios tomorrow.
I took my supplements today. I'm on it. No, because the two of you know. I don't think we've talked about this. I'm the Twitter. I do the tweet.
I was supposed to be the Twitter,
Yeah,
but it frightens me.
it scares me a little bit, but I think it's healthy for me to be the Twitter.
Yeah. And I sometimes request you to tweet things out.
Yeah, if someone will request things to tweet me out, and I'll do it. But I'm off the dome. That's me. I get notifications on my phone all the time when people. I don't have like notifications on. Like, I don't have the little bell clicked in. But the Twitter all the time loves to tell me when people tweet.
Mhm.
So there are like certain people that will see every single tweet of.
You know who you are.
I was like, you know who you are. Shout out my goat. And also Paul. So I got a Twitter notification the other day that Paul had. I'm not just stalking him on Twitter. Like,
Likely story.
because that's the difference is I don't want to interact with Paul. It's like going to the principal.
Right.
I don't pray. I don't have a relationship with God like that. It equates.
Yeah. If you've
Um,
interacted with God, something bad has happened.
That's how I feel whenever I tweet out. I run that Twitter like the Navy.
Like the Navy.
Okay.
I'm on it. Although I often do just scroll and I like things.
I mean, that is
I
half of
almost
Twitter.
the Noah Wiley tweet I screenshot yesterday and sent to the chat I saw on the pod Twitter, and I almost retweeted on the pod Twitter. But it's
Oh my
just
God.
contextually not making any sense there.
Crossing wires.
Yeah, crossing wires that frankly I don't think need to be crossed. Noah
mean, I think
Wiley's making
Pitwit-
miscellaneous and
Crossing bridges
shoot
before
Jesus
we get
Juice
there.
on stage.
I think Pitwit could be our next bastion. We probably
No.
have to take Killian Twit first.
No, I don't want anywhere. I don't want to be
Killian-
anywhere near Pittsburgh.
Killian Twit will be our Australia, our Super
I
Japan.
look at I look at one pit tweet and I feel like I need to like douse myself in holy water and run away and like live in the
Killian
mountains.
Twit is our Greenland in this beautiful Plague Inc.
Plague Inc.
Madagascar.
Oh, I want to play Plague Inc. Sorry.
I wasn't allowed to play Plague Inc. as a child because my mother thought it was distasteful to kill people with a disease.
I mean,
I'm a Plague Inc. addict.
that's kind of based, and I'm not gonna lie.
Thanks, Mom. I love you. Love you, Mom. Love you.
Shout out Summer's mom.
Shout out my mom. You're the goat.
Our second goat.
She watches all the episodes except for 17.
Because we were too violent, too aggressive.
Yeah, I feel like we've calmed down. We've mellowed out since
For now.
17.
We've moved to the next stage of grief. There's no longer anger.
We blew off all the steam in episode 17. It's going to slowly ramp up until episode 27.
Exactly.
Oh god, we have to go back at 27.
And then 37, 47, etc.
Etc.
Oh,
Can we
I'm
also
ad
do?
infinitum.
Can we also do 49?
Why?
Because it's 7 squared, yeah.
Oh my god,
And it's
you guys are nerds.
one before 50.
Oh yeah, we should. That makes sense. Well, no, I think the one should be before 50 should be our award nominees. The pre-award show.
We could be both.
That is a good idea.
We could do both. That's crazy.
Get drunk and nominate a bunch of
I
nominees.
was really inspired by Los Culturistas. I want our own award show so bad. Hereditary Lil Diva head come off.
Okay.
Lil Diva head come off.
Is there any other housekeeping we want to do?
I don't believe so.
Can I make an announcement?
If you want.
Yeah, I'm making Who Watches Island and Tomodachi Life.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna attempt to make everyone I possibly can.
Any updates on Lucian?
Lucian, I don't know if I talked about the baby.
I think you did.
Because it was, I don't remember Salacious 17 at all. They had, in case I didn't mention it, they had a baby, who I named Humphrey, ironically after Humphrey Bogart of
KFM.
the Maltese Falcon fame.
Mm-hmm.
Just today, because Lucian is married, of course, to Dorothy Zorbnack from the Golden Girls.
It's
Of course.
Spornak.
Sorry,
Bornak.
I'm not a
You
Golden Girls
uncultured.
head. I'm sorry.
God,
But,
you're missing out the culture.
Isn't that a Polish last
It
name?
also is Polish, which I'm sorry.
Your ancestors are shaking their
I
head at you.
know.
They've turned away.
I know. I'm
They
sorry.
can't watch.
Just today, she asked me if they could have another kid. And I did say no.
Damn.
You put her on the morning after pill?
Yeah, I don't. Humphrey's ugly. I kind of don't even want him on my island.
Humphrey is a
prospect of
beautiful mix of both his parents.
The prospect of another one was. I'm not in.
That's messed up, man.
I'm sorry.
You're so cruel.
Oh my
I'm
God.
glad though that your me and Lucian's me have bonded.
Lucian does not like.
You were on the teeter totter the other day.
We teeter totter, but we're not friends.
It's a mutually beneficial
Yeah.
teeter tot.
It's a work dinner.
Lucian is like your best friend, Summer. Like you're number one.
Yeah, we're like this, and
Yeah.
I got my fingers.
We can't see.
Yeah.
My camera's broken,
Mm-hmm.
and also this is a podcast.
And don't you forget it.
I just saw a tweet about watching a podcast. Anyway, yeah, that's my big announcement.
Have we talked about the movie at all yet? It's been like 20 minutes.
We touched on it a little bit. We talked about the song that was in the movie. I think that counts. We talked about
yes.
we talked about K of M,
we want to
talked
have a
about-
segment.
our experiences watching the film. Which
I feel like
I think-
we should hit a say everybody.
yeah.
Quote that movie.
Yeah.
Everybody.
It's like in minor
Quote
key.
that movie, right? Bottom, bottom.
No, there's no.
Movie
Quote
quote
time.
Can I say something? There's not a but Summer. You do it every week. It's not there. I don't know what that is.
It's like a spacer. It's like
It
doesn't
an
feel right.
ellipses,
I don't
but
like it.
Because
musically.
it's normally an instrumental, but
You said
Yeah,
ellipses and my eye
exactly.
just started twitching. Started thinking of Casino Royale again.
okay, but this is
Quote of the week.
the part of the show where we quote our favorite lines from the movie this week. Summer, why don't you take us? Why don't you lead us off this week? Sorry, I completely forgot how to speak.
It's okay. It happens to the best of us.
It's a great week.
My quote of the week: terrific.
I don't remember that quote.
It's
I'm scrubbing through in my mind.
Yeah, I just watched it.
we'd have pillow fights and when Mr.
Oh,
Kadashi
you're
douse us
so
all in
right.
baby oil.
I hate
Terrific.
that. I hate that line of dialogue, so I just kind of push every bit
Yeah.
of it out of my mind.
Absolutely. It's probably the second worst. I really, 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 really hate the Darth Brodka monologue.
I don't know why. I think it's really funny.
This bald gargantuan from Poland.
He was worse than them all. Like, fuck off.
Well, since you're on the ball with critiquing,
Oh yeah,
I
by-
want to
by
know
all
a
means,
positive.
My favorite quote of the week is bunch of goons with crowbars.
Oh, I love that. Grace, I can see you searching your mind.
$50 dinner.
$50 dinner.
Bunch of goons with crowbars.
No, I'm not really a
The
threat.
issue that I have with quote of the week, we need to get. We have not said we are again recording this a day late.
Yeah.
I can't do anything between watching and recording. I watched another movie.
That's all you can
in the
think of?
time, yeah, in the time that I watched it, and then we're now recording. So
Uh-huh.
I don't remember it. Like I have the mind of like a goldfish.
A parakeet.
I have one thing, one track. My quote. Thank you for asking, by the way. My quote of the week. You want to know my quote of the week?
I always want to know your quote of the week.
Oh, you could have asked me.
I did.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Oh no, I wasn't spying.
That's a good one. Yeah. What were you doing, Neil? What was it that you were doing? You'd make a terrible spy, Neil.
Oh no, I wasn't.
Oh,
spying.
no. I wasn't spying.
It's the way that he says it too. Is just
Yeah, absolutely.
The most innocent man. He's 3 apples tall.
he's not.
He is.
He's 17 apples tall.
That man is so short. It's so funny to see him next to Lucy Liu and they're the same height. And then she's like, he's like, oh yeah, I've been known to dunk slam it. No, you fucking have not. In
You've
what
never dunk
universe?
slammed in
In
your
what
whole
universe
life.
do your stubby little legs get you halfway to the fucking basket?
And
Oh my
you guys
God.
have like no Peaky Blinders experience.
I don't.
So I want you to translate that height into that mindset. I just want you
no,
to think
because in
about
my
it.
head he's always on a horse, and ergo he's 11 feet tall.
So true. So true.
So true.
So
I'm choosing to believe he's actually a
true.
centaur.
Dude, do you know how much more awesome that show would be?
You don't mean that.
Nobody else. Only Tommy Shelby is a centaur, and it's never addressed. And he's like in buildings. He's at a bar.
Can we
He's got-
commission official fan art of Thomas Shelby as a centaur?
I still have to draw Grace's commission of Tommy Shelby and Fluttershy.
Thomas
I was
Shelby
commissioned.
centaur breaks his leg and has his son shoot him in the back of the head.
Oh my god. Biblically accurate.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
You should put a big spoiler warning
Yeah.
on the screen.
I'm not
Eleanor.
gonna do that. If they've
Yeah.
made it 19 episodes into a podcast about a niche Cillian Murphy film from 2007,
You've seen the Peaky
seen
Blinders
the
movie.
finale of Peaky Blinders.
I haven't. I saw the movie. I saw half the show.
Fake fan.
I am. I notably am not a fan. I mean, like, I am a fan, but
Your heart can only contain one Killian media.
If you think that I contain watching the detectives in my heart, you're wrong.
Where is it held then? Where do you store the watching the
Like in my
detectives?
spleen. Somewhere where I only have to pull it out every once in a while.
Hey, so One True Pair has to get out of here in 5 minutes. So do we want to hit that real quick, or?
Yeah, I could hit One True Pair.
Fuck, I didn't do the homework for One True Pair. They're gonna be pissed.
Oh man.
I also don't have one. I mean, I have one.
Luckily, it's real easy to just come up with one on the spot.
I don't think you're gonna
Eleanor-
like it.
Eleanor, we need you to go first so we can stall.
Can
All
I go
right,
first?
Yeah, go ahead, Grace.
Absolutely.
Because I don't think this is gonna be a popular opinion.
Okay.
I don't think that this is gonna. I gotta push the big red button.
All right.
I wanted to pull this one out a little bit longer, but it's time.
All right.
It's Violet and Neil.
I think you've already done that one.
Have I really?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't remember.
I don't remember. There's too many. There's simply
There's
too many.
Too many
I want to say
episodes.
7 or 8 episodes ago, you hit
Well-
the big red button.
I was on the ball.
So I mean that's what the movie's about. So
Yeah.
I mean,
I just
if there was ever a canonical One True Pair, it would
I
be.
did do it before because I did the big speech about how they're inevitable and they're just
Inevitable.
always going to happen.
And you were talking about, well, you also use that as an example of why you don't support their relationship.
I feel like I've succumbed to it.
But you were talking about, can a man live without his liver?
I do, yeah.
Like you've in the past, you've definitely expressed support for their relationship.
Yeah. But not because I want it to happen, but because it will happen. There's nothing I can do. My hands are tied.
This is acceptance.
Yeah.
We've hit the next layer.
Yeah. Yeah. Acceptance is strong.
I'm proud of you.
Acceptance is a strong word.
I feel like you're leagues ahead of me in the watching the detectives grief process.
Yeah.
Or I'm kind of still in denial.
Well,
Absolutely.
I started earlier.
So my One True Pair this week is Alaska, Stockholm, and Cape Town, but mostly Tasmania.
But mostly Tasmania.
Mostly Tasmania.
Is this like a square or like a
Well,
like
Tasmania is the
polyamory?
hinge of the polycule.
Yeah. They're holding the outer spokes together. Stockholm knows Tasmania but doesn't really like Cape Town, and Alaska hates Stockholm.
This is so interesting. I think
Yeah.
it has a lot of depth. It has a lot of potential. Grace is making a face.
We gotta have something other to say about the One True Pairs. we have it's the same bit every week. We list 2 things from the movie,
Yeah.
and we go, there's a lot of chemistry here,
Mhm.
a lot of tension, very
Yeah.
steamy.
And then someone says something and we go, no.
So
we
summer.
I want to do an episode where we just like Flanderize ourselves.
Absolutely. I mean, I think we've hit that multiple times.
Can we do a scripted episode?
A scripted episode, absolutely.
This episode was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
I feel like I can bring the controversy this episode. It's not
Please do.
something I feel like I often do with my One True
No.
Pairs.
It's debatable.
Pretty milquetoast shipping opinions, but today I bring to you on a silver platter Glenn and Neil.
Oh. You know, I kind of see it.
I'm opposed. No. Mr. Forbidden Romance is out.
See, when Glenn opens the door, you get an up and down.
Whoa, take it easy, brother.
He's checking him out.
No. I don't. I mean,
I can see it, absolutely.
He
I'm
likes the
not-
cowboy thing. He instantly recognizes that it's a poncho. Andy says, "What the hell is that? It's a dress."
Uh-huh. And he defends him. He's like, haven't you ever seen a cowboy before? Glenn's seen cowboys before, let me tell you.
Exactly. He's
Glenn's
seen cowboys, but he's been to cowboy night at the bar.
Without Andy there's some drama between Glenn and Andy.
There definitely is. They definitely have something going on, and I don't want to discredit I wouldn't say love, but their relationship in this.
It's a complicated one.
It's more, maybe Glenn isn't fully satisfied by Andy. Maybe Andy's not emotionally available enough.
Andy's
I'm
really
not gonna lie to
domineering,
you.
and Glenn needs the freedom.
I'm
And
not gonna lie to you. Andy and Glenn is the only, other than Buddy and Marcia. They're
Lucian
the
and
only.
Jonathan.
Maybe Lucian and Jonathan. No, but no, Glenn and Andy.
I know you say maybe, but don't you remember the scene where Jonathan asks if he can order a pizza?
Famously, yes, because we only reference it every fucking 2 hours.
He goes, can I order a pizza?
No, I remember.
And Neil goes, no. And Jonathan looks at Lucian, and Lucian gives him a kind of like well, what can you do? I tried.
Then yes.
No, I know.
I will watch.
I'm familiar.
They love each other. There is so much spoken
No,
without any
absolutely.
words.
Okay, then yes.
I will watch.
I will watch.
I will watch. No, I think I don't want to be the guy to discount your ship or whatever. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Glenn and Andy are like Endgame. They're that's real.
Absolutely. I
They're
don't think
not
Killian could
inevitable.
ever commit to Glenn in the way that Glenn craves. Glenn needs to be
But Glenn
he needs
does,
someone
Can I?
devoted to him wholeheartedly, and I think Andy can provide that. He would kill for Glenn.
I
He's
think-
concerned for his well-being.
I think Glenn feels a little suffocated by Andy though, because Andy's so domineering.
And that's why they're on again, off again.
They argue. They love each other, but there's friction there, and that's why.
Can
I
Are you saying that Glenn is a brat?
I didn't say that.
I don't know if anyone said that.
Heavily implied.
Summer, you said something that reminded me of the thing that I wanted to talk about this week, and I know we're 30 minutes in.
Yeah, we still have another segment to hit.
You called Neil Killian. In my mind, and I think I touched on this a little bit last week.
Last week, yes.
They're separating. They are separate entities in my mind. That's not Violet. That's not Lucy Liu. That's Violet from watching The Detective. I was
The mitosis is complete.
Yeah, I was setting up a new Pinterest widget for my phone home screen. And I was like, I'll throw in a picture of Cillian Murphy, and then why not? And I looked at it, and I was like, that's not the same guy. That's a different guy.
The
That's a different
sideburns
guy.
throw me off.
I think he just has a haircut.
I think that's what it is. But I also think that there's just a separation in my brain. Because I was also on Twitter, and I was like,
I think Superman's disguise would work on you.
It would work on me.
I'm not gonna lie, it might a little bit. That's all I wanted to say, is they're
The de-Killianification of Neil is really fascinating.
they're totally different people. And
Uh-huh.
it's very strange.
Anyway, I need one of our fans to write angsty Glenn Andy fan fiction.
Oh, yeah. Break up. I need them to break up in the beginning and they get back together at the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I could do it. A
Well,
fan.
I mean, it's right there in the movie, right? They have the argument about letting Neil in. But, I mean, look how concerned Andy is that Glenn fell down and hit his head.
It's really beautiful. At what point do I just start writing fanfiction?
I think this week.
You want me to do it?
I think we are. We're just verbally writing fan fiction
We've been
right
doing
now.
it for a while, I'm pretty sure.
Go back to my roots.
There's a tiny, tiny man transcribing everything I say. He's writing fan fiction. I'm just speaking the truth.
Speak your truth.
Speak your shit.
I think it's time we say goodbye to One True Pair. Bye, One True Pair.
Bye, One True Pair. Thanks for sticking around. You go pick your kids up.
Because... Oh my god, they have kids?
Of course.
I didn't know that. Tomorrow's Mother's Day. Are they a mother?
Happy Mother's Day, One True Pair.
Happy
Happy Mother's Day, One
Mothers.
True Pair. Happy
The
Mother's Day to mothers. I love
Shout out
my mom.
mothers.
I love my mom. Thank you, Mom.
Thanks,
Thanks, Mom.
Well, the moms who watch.
We're all giving simultaneous thumbs ups.
The moms who watch. The moms who know.
The moms who know. Oh, I think it's time for our
Bum 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 bum.
our final segment.
Ba-da-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-da-dum.
Grace,
Are
you
you,
look
like,
so scared.
sequel?
Is this like
Squad.
Smooth Criminals?
Sequel seekers. Come on, you can remember.
Well,
It's the
That's
thing
what
you
I'm
can't
trying-
do.
sequel.
They got the sign on the door.
I know. I was gonna say sneakers again. The sequel solicitors.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not me, is it?
No, you were last week.
Thank God.
It's Eleanor. I'm so sorry editing Eleanor. My family's talking in the hallway. Rude.
It's okay. I'll cut him out. The only microphone we need right now is mine because I'm about to spin you a yarn. It has been 5 years since the events of Watching the Detectives occurred, and I think we've missed out on a very important aspect of movie sequels, because a staple of movie sequels, especially rom-com sequels, is the relationship doesn't last.
Ooh.
And Neil broke up. And he's distraught. He doesn't know
Neil broke up.
he doesn't know what to do with his life. So he listens to his friend's advice. And just like Lucian, he goes to school.
He's
He agrees with Lucian. He doesn't want a concept of the real world.
going back in his shell.
And so
Where's this going?
his experiences in the first film, the sudden apparition of bald men, he's had some paranormal experiences.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
So he's going right to the source. He finds solace and purpose in a world of debunking paranormal phenomena.
I'm gonna freak the fuck out.
Oh my god.
Summer, can we put the kibosh right now?
I don't know. I'm
So
kind of into it.
Summer, can we end this segment before it's too late?
So he works alongside
It can't stop.
a world-renowned psychologist.
Mhm.
And actually he gets along because of his explicit experiences with the bald men and the subjectivity of experience. He becomes a teacher assistant. He works
Hey, wait a minute. I've seen this movie before.
and he works right alongside this professor. And together they work and they research and they debunk famous paranormal claims,
Can I
debunking psychics,
I have a question.
faith healers.
Who are you picturing playing his professor that he works for?
I mean, somebody
Anyone
older,
in mind?
obviously.
Yeah.
And I think it would be a little stereotypical and easy to make him like an older man. So maybe a woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta break barriers somehow.
Somebody
Yeah.
older and experienced. And because it's a sequel, you know,
Well-
you got to get some big names to
Yep.
run alongside Killian because we don't have Lucy Liu. So, I mean, we're talking about paranormal.
You're not thinking Sigourney, are you?
I mean, I think she would be the perfect fit, right?
Summer.
I mean, I think Eleanor's always thinking about Sigourney. At least
I'm-
a little bit.
I was gonna say, if
Aren't we all?
Eleanor's anything like me, I'm always thinking of Sigourney.
And I think together they're gonna work, and maybe somebody from the professor's past comes back after a long break. Another famous actor, somebody who has some real chops behind him.
Who do you think could play such a role, though?
It could be anybody. It could be Brian Cox. It could be
You're just naming other people that have been in other Cillian Murphy movies.
it could be
Could be Leonard from The Big Bang Theory.
could be Robert De Niro.
I don't know. See, I just don't think he could. I don't know if he has the chops.
He has the chops, man. He could play a psychic.
I don't ever. Hey. Don't you ever say again
Watch your
that
fucking mouth.
Robert De Niro doesn't have the chops to do something.
That man's that's a national treasure right there.
Thought that was Nikki C.
Listen, hey,
He's one of the
Hey.
greatest actors to ever grace the damn silver screen.
I almost made our theme this month is casino. I almost made my name sexy Robert De Niro.
I love Robert De Niro. I'm just saying,
No, you
That
just implied that
maybe-
he didn't have the chops.
for this movie, maybe his presence in this movie could not pull it from the
I
depth.
think that hypothetically his presence in this movie isn't the problem.
Yeah, because I think again it would be a sequel,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and it just
Maybe perhaps written, directed, produced by the same guy.
maybe even edited by the same guy,
It could be edited as well.
something like that. And then
I hate this.
I don't know. I think yeah, and then
But I just think a normal psychic is kind of boring. What if there was something special about this Robert De Niro psychic?
well, that's the thing, right? Because he isn't just a regular psychic. Because they spend the whole movie, Sigourney Weaver, Cillian Murphy, and then maybe like an extra somebody fresh and young who's in the class sees what Sigourney and Cillian are doing. They're like, I got to be a part of this, and they work together, the three of them, to debunk what they think is just another hoax, another fake psychic, only for it to be revealed that he's real. He's an actual psychic.
No, Robert De Niro's not psychic.
I think he would be.
In this movie that you've made Robert De Niro a psychic,
Yeah.
In this hypothetical sequel, I don't think that he was a psychic.
they made Red Lights better by making him real.
I am writing this. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. I am writing this sequel,
I feel like
and he's an actual psychic.
is he bald? I was gonna say is he bald? Is he blind?
Oh
he
yeah, he's
blind?
definitely blind.
Okay.
He's definitely blind.
That's where some of his powers come from.
That's
Eleanor, I can't do this.
okay.
Eleanor, I can't.
Anyway, yeah,
do
that's
this.
my sequel.
Eleanor,
I don't
before
know
we
what you'd call
recorded,
it.
I pretty explicitly said if you made a sequel based off any existing media, I'd be really disappointed.
Yeah, I
Well, then
don't
you
know
have
if
to
it-
be proud of me, right?
I know that
No,
my
I
Because this is a
Wow.
whole. I mean, who else would come up with a movie like this? That's such a crazy
My-
idea.
my sequel
Yeah, it sounds
last
like really
week
bad.
was like inspired by another movie that exists, but it was not a ripoff of the other movie. And then I thought, oh, we're past this. You guys are gonna bring the thunder. Like, we're coming on the golden age of sequel ideas.
I don't know what the problem is.
I'm very
Eleanor, this is-
disappointed in you, Eleanor.
Eleanor, you know this is Red Lights.
That would be a good name.
Eleanor, you
Eleanor,
know this.
we've seen it before.
That would be a great name.
Eleanor, we've seen
Because that's
it
like
before,
that's like a thing in like psychic phenomena.
and I made
that's
you
like a
watch
thing.
it. And I told you it was terrible, and when I told you it was terrible, you didn't believe me. And you made me watch it.
Well, it stars Cillian Murphy, Sigourney Weaver, and Robert De Niro. How could it be a bad movie?
I'll tell you how.
Eleanor, you said it was 1 star. You said, I said, how can this possibly be bad? And then I saw who wrote, directed, and edited it, and I said, oh, that's how.
Me?
That was... Yeah,
I
that
said
was
that?
quoted from you, yeah.
I don't remember that.
Well, you said it on the 22nd of August, 2025.
I think you're gaslighting me.
I will say, and I said this in my review of another movie that happens to sound exactly like the movie you just pitched. If I was on an airplane in 2012, this would be the perfect movie to watch at an
5
airplane.
years after 2007.
Yeah. Well, also when the movie came out, so yeah. I mean, this other movie, hypothetically.
That doesn't answer a question of mine of whether or not the movie would be good.
Oh, no. So,
Unfortunately, it doesn't answer another question of mine.
no, it would be good on an airplane.
Because I have yet to figure out who watches Watching the Detectives.
If I had to make a guess, I'd say, like, maybe it's us? But
Maybe we did just watch it.
But then if we watched it, then who watched a podcast?
Who's us though? Because I'm Eleanor.
Well,
And then I'm Summer.
and you are.
And then that's Grace, I think.
I wanted to be Julianne Moore again, but it's okay. I can be Grace.
That's Julianne Moore.
And I think you guys just watched a podcast.
Fuck!
Play us out, Killian.
Now, this is very special to me because in like the early 2000s, I was I was in America and I wasn't really happy with the sort of work I was doing, and I wasn't really happy with my approach to acting, and everyone was like, man, you're good, that's amazing. Like, it was kind of embarrassing that I hadn't watched it by then, so I went out and I bought this collection